Gabby is the very definition of where kills go to die. And I said, I use the reference where 78% of the earth is covered in water, the rest is covered by Gabby. I honestly believe that I think Molly might be a tinge better at this point in her career.
She's awfully impressive.
She's, gosh, it's amazing. She's all over. Literally, you'll think there's no way that you think that ball's down, then out of nowhere, this blue streak appears and just gets under it. And it's like, how do you do that?
Well, she throws herself on the floor, and then by the time the next shot's there, she's up somewhere else.
I don't. She's amazing. Honestly, I think she might be rivaling Gabby for the best defensive player we've ever had.
Yeah.
Uh, Sunday, if I could persuade you to to come up with the wherewithal to be in Memorial, that will be a huge match against Tennessee. That'll be probably our toughest test the rest of the way out until the tournament.
Yeah, I've got it on the calendar. I'm going to try to get there.
And with Craig dancing on the press table, I think, we kind of owe it to him to. All right. So I'm going to mute everybody. We are live on YouTube. I'll talk to you guys next time.
Good afternoon and welcome to the November 6th meeting of the Rotary Club of Lexington. And it's a great day to be a Rotarian. We got a great program today. We got lots to get through, so I will speak a little faster than normal. I didn't say I wouldn't speak. I'd like Jenny to come up and lead us in the inspiration.
Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And the four-way test. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Go ahead and have a seat. On this date in 1860, which is 165 years ago today, Abraham Lincoln was elected to president at a time in history that was maybe almost as politically divided as we are today. It's hard to think about Lincoln without maybe ending up with a terrible theater joke. So it's maybe appropriate that our guests today are here from the Lexington Theater. But I hope that at the end of this program, we'll have a better ending than Lincoln got. I had to throw a laugh line in there somewhere, right? All right. The theater is actually a really great metaphor for leadership and also for Rotary. Every great production depends on more than just the person in the spotlight. It takes the cast, the crew, the director, the people behind the curtain, all working together as a team to bring the story to life. Lincoln also understood that. He wasn't just performing for applause or for the popular choice at any given time. He was leading with a purpose. He knew that real influence isn't just about commanding the stage. It's about lifting others up, listening deeply, and staying steady when the script gets messy. That's what Rotary asks of us too. We're impactful in our communities and around the world because of the diversity of the skills and the abilities of our members. Some lead, some support financially, some volunteer, some are here for the fellowship, but it all comes together and it doesn't matter who's in the spotlight. It's the show that goes on and the story keeps moving forward. Let's make sure today's act doesn't end in tragedy and give our guests from the Lexington Theater a warm reception.
Great. Thank you, Jenny. And Trey, you want to come up and introduce today's guest?
Hello. Today we have Marianne Diane Hanna, who's a guest of Lyle's. Robert Thomas is a guest of Chris Aldridge. Carrie Inswiller is a guest of Jenny's. John Gassett is a guest of Daniel. Robin Morrill is a guest of Michael's. There's a lot of first names on here. Brad Hoffman is also a guest of Jenny's. And then Michael Nicholson is a guest of Bill Strauss. Welcome to all our guests.
And Cheyenne, will you come up and we'll do the lottery? What are we looking for? The ace of diamonds. Yeah, I saw, I was watching the last meeting and you all cheated. I don't know how that happened.
You cannot blame me.
First one, last three numbers are 797. Eric Brooks. Ace of diamonds. While he's coming, the next one, last three numbers, 785.
Oh,
785.
told them all. Peggy, she's not me. And she got, oh, there we go.
Lewis Carmichael. I'm here for
I'm your lucky charm.
you sure
Oh my God. Oh.
King of spades.
Okay. I'll put it back.
Thank you. I also want to welcome everybody on Zoom. Does my hair look brown? You're on the wrong channel. We had we've talked a little bit about the four people being presidents. And what I want to make clear is there's really six of us doing the work. Brett Anderson's doing a ton of the work as past president, and Lyle Hanna's. I mean, how about a round of applause for Lyle for these programs this year? But we had a great meeting yesterday about membership. There is a palpable excitement about this club again because membership is growing. And we don't want that to slow down. So we've got a plan, and I'll bring up Brett to talk about that.
Thanks, President Jim. Today, I'm excited to announce the launch of our Rotary Ambassador Program. Ambassadors will serve as an extension of our membership committee, helping identify and invite potential new members to club meetings and become new members. They will be instantly deputized by our president. Committee members will be featured in our Why Rotary social media spotlight and have the opportunity to win lots of prizes. More details to come, but we hope you become an ambassador today. President Jim.
Thank you. Sure. Do we have a close on the table?
Yeah. No.
So if you look on the table, you'll see some cards there. So your mission today is to come up with 5 names. Put them on there. Anything else?
Oh, and
Oh, okay. I see you got me out of order. So you think you're in charge again, don't you? If you look on the table, stay there anyway. Dean, hold that up because I don't have one. So this is also a really nice partner opportunity list of the things you can do. What's great, if you look on the back of it, you'll see the number of things, events that we are hosting every year. And this is a great piece to bring somebody in and let them know they can be a part of this because we're growing tremendously and it's exciting for me. Also, this is an important thing. We have a call out nominations for board officers and directors for next year. Nominations are now open and they close November 14th. You should have received an email. And in that email embedded, there was a nomination form. If you didn't see that or don't have it, Peggy has some with her today. And next Wednesday, again, thanks to Lyle, we got 2 Rotary functions next week. On Wednesday of next week, Governor Bashir is going to be here. And if you haven't signed up, there's still a few spots open. There's a QR code out on the sign-in desk. You can go to that QR code and sign up. It starts at 4:30. He's going to speak 4:30 to 5:30 in the social hour afterwards, from 5:30 to 6:30. And we put the social line in there for 2 reasons. We didn't want a stampede of people getting killed getting to the elevator at 5:30. And 2, I needed a cocktail. That should have been funnier. I got a couple committee meeting, or 1 committee meeting for sure. Paul Stanley, stand up. Okay. Paul's back here. He's in charge of big hand for Paul. Big hand. And Paul is heading up the foundation committee. And so they have a huge task ahead of them. And so his committee is going to be meeting back there. And we really are eager to get the foundation growing again. Also coming up on November 15th, we got Pickles and Pints coming up, and we still need players, whether you're an amateur or experienced. I love how that was worded, amateur or experience. I'm experienced, but I'm still an amateur. And there's also a need for some more sponsors. You can do a court sponsor for $250. That's a heck of a deal. Another thing, we're following up with Susan Adams. Where's Susan? Susan's back there from the bike ride for polio. And remember, all those funds go to the foundation. And the Gates Foundation's matching that 2 to 1. Can we get them to go 3? Yeah. I guess not. Tonight, there is a screening of a movie called Join or Die. And if you have an opportunity to go to Kentucky Theater tonight, it's pay what you can. The doors open at 6:15. There's a program at 7:15. The movie starts at 7:30. It is a great movie about the impact and value of civic organizations. It is fabulous. And if you have a chance, you should really go see that. Next Thursday, we're having a field trip to Bluegrass Stockyard. There's a box lunch and tour, and you need to sign up for that. It's November 20th. Oh, that's right, because November 13th is the next week.
You need a cup there?
You see what I have to do? It's been 25 years since I've done this. I'm sorry, I can't follow notes. We do have a big moment now. We're going to do some red to blue badges. Susie, where are you?
Yep.
Am I looking for Dick Carroll?
Oh,
No, I'm not. You're doing this.
okay. Not really loud, so.
Come up here. Give me the hopeless.
Yeah. So we have a group of yearlings that are becoming full members this week. You could read in the Wheel Horse what they did. They did a service project at Revive Life. So I don't think, is Sam Overby's not here today, right? No, okay. Cole Mayer, Cassie Klein, Jared Johns, Joe Evans, Andy Bryan, and Data Stefanik. Are you all here? I think Dana is not here either. Okay. Larry. Yes. Larry already has his blue badge, so yes. So I'm excited to give you guys your blue badge. You can just trade with me. Here's Andy and Joe.
Thank you.
And Joe, Cole,
Thank you.
and Cassie. Yeah, I'll take the red badges. Thank you. And you already have yours?
Okay. Peggy, give me yours.
Okay.
We'll have Peggy. take one.
I'll metaphorically send them on.
Here, you can pretend like you're.
Okay, there you go. Thank you.
All right, sorry. Let's turn around and Peggy's gonna take a picture. Right there. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. And I will say that this group has been very active. A lot of them have gotten voluntold by me and have been great, great leaders for the future. So I'm really excited about that group.
Thank you, Susie. And now I'd like to introduce our newest Rotarian, Crystal. Where's Crystal? Come in. Coming.
Good afternoon. I'm very excited to introduce my friend Christy Woodrum as our newest Rotarian. Christy serves as the Investor Development Manager at Commerce Lexington Incorporated, where she has worked for the past 10 years. In her role, Christy focuses on building strong relationships with member businesses, helping them connect, grow, and maximize the value of their chamber membership. With a passion for community and business development, she plays a key role in strengthening Lexington's economic vitality and fostering member engagement. Christy oversees the Ambassador Program, of which I am a member, and the Anthem Health Savings Program as well. So join me in welcoming Christy Woodrum as our newest Rotarian. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Crystal. And now to introduce our newest Rotarian, Jamie Schrader.
Thank you, President Jim Richardson. It's my honor to introduce Dick Carroll to the club today. Dick is a proud graduate of St. Axe. One of you know that, Jim. He's a Louisvillian that moved here in 2019 with his wife Beth. Her father was Dale Robinson, a longtime member of the Rotary Club years ago. Dick is an attorney, but he's kind of the best kind of attorney. He's a retired attorney. Worked with the Attorney General's office and the Department of Public Accountancy for several years in Frankfurt. Has 2 grown children, likes to travel, is a gardener, and really can't take 100% credit for introducing Dick to Rotary because Percy Rosenblum, who's a member of the Jacksonville Club, spends a lot of time in Lexington. And he said, Dick, you got to go to Rotary. So Percy gets credit for also recruiting him, but really glad to have Dick as a member. And I'm sure you all look forward to meeting Dick Carroll. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's a red badge somewhere for you.
Oh, yes.
We'll get it to you.
Okay.
Thought you had.
I'm supposed to have it.
I always start these with, it's a great day to be a Rotarian. And for me, it is because I get to introduce today's speakers. And I've known these people for a long time. I mean, I can say I watched Lyndy dance when she was a little bitty girl. And as a father of a musical theater kid who's now 33, I've spent a lot of my adult life in theaters, watching good theater, mediocre theater. And then there were shows I was in, which we can't even categorize. But my wife and Stacy and I were asked to get involved in a new organization coming to town that was going to bring equity actors to Lexington. And the best analogy I can give for those of you who think of professional baseball, equity actors are the major league. Non-equity actors are really good, but they're not the major league. And we very rarely have had that opportunity in Lexington until about 10 years ago when Lyndy and Jeromy came together. And, you know, their life is really musical. You know, they met in college at Oklahoma City, moved to New York. and both went on to absolutely stellar careers in New York City. And then they chose to come back to Lexington and build something that most cities don't have. And I'm not going to talk about what they do because that's their job. But we were talking earlier, the very first board meeting was in my living room, family room. It was a big old room. I don't know what we call it. We didn't even have a name for it then. Lyndy was reminding me, we spent about 5 hours that day trying to come up with the name. It's been 10 plus years. The number of shows that we've been able to witness in this city, which in a lot of cases, cities much, much larger than this don't get that opportunity, are because of these two people. Please welcome my friends, Lyndy Franklin Smith and Jeromy Smith.
If you've known Jeromy and I for any amount of time, you know, he likes for me to do the talking, but he'll be right there. But hello, it is so lovely to be with all of you. I love coming to the Rotary Club. I've been coming and doing presentations since I was performing. I remember, I think my first presentation, I was on the road with the Broadway National Tour of Fosse. I had just graduated college and we were coming through Lexington, and I came and sang a few songs, and we've been here a few times. And so I was the wonderful Chris Aldridge asked me to come and speak here on our 10th anniversary. I couldn't help but think about the journey that we've walked with Rotary all across the way and how much support I got to. Chris was saying, you just have been up there greeting everyone. I said, well, I know so many people here and it just feels like such a reunion. So first of all, thank you so much for welcoming us to your space. And thank you for all the work that you do. And I think that's part of why I love coming to Rotary, is because I feel the synergies between this organization and the organization that Jeromy and I founded. It's all based in service. It's all based in making the community a better place. And I love everything that you all stand for. And I hope what we stand for will resonate with you as well. So, as the wonderful Jim Richardson just said, we are a professional regional theater celebrating our 10th anniversary here in Lexington. And I thought today might be a fun chance for me to quickly deep dive with you on what that has meant, what it is to be a professional regional theater here in Lexington, Kentucky, how we got here. And then I thought you all might enjoy a sneak peek of our upcoming production of A Christmas Carol. So I have some wonderful guests here today, and we'll do a little preview presentation for you. But let's talk just a little bit about the Lexington Theater Company and why we do what we do, because the why is so very important to me. So this is our mission statement. And if you've seen our pins, oh, I knew I was going to do that too close. If you've seen our pins, they have 3 arches, and they represent the proscenium arch of a theater, which is that big arch, you know, facing the audience. But we've turned it on its side and we've layered it to show the depth of our work. And our mission is really reflected in these 3 arches, these 3 pillars. So we create professional theater and train the next generation of theater artists so that our community can enjoy a shared experience of masterful storytelling. Now, let me break down those 3 pieces of the puzzle for you. So, professional theater. What does that mean? Well, in our world, you hear the word professional a lot. In our world, professional means everyone that you see on that stage over the age of 18 is paid. So all of our actors are paid, all of the technicians are paid, everyone who is building the costumes in the costume shop, the musicians in the orchestra pit, everyone is receiving a salary, and most of the people who are working on our shows are making a living in the theater industry. Some of them are here in Lexington, and they are combining their theater careers with other careers as well. Many of them are teachers at universities or teachers at local schools. We have our up-and-coming talent
talent. These are young people who they are either still in school if they're in our summer productions, or they've just graduated. In the case of A Christmas Carol, the young company, they've all recently graduated from their BFA musical theater programs, and they're just beginning their careers in New York City, and we're trying to help them launch. And then we have our seasoned professionals, and these are folks, as Jim mentioned, who are members of the Actors Union, Actors Equity Association. Many of them have Broadway and touring credits, and the synergy of all of these talents coming together is just wonderful. And then all of those kiddos under the age of 18 are part of our apprenticeship program, and this is a completely tuition-free program, the best musical theater summer camp or fall camp in case of this time of year that you could possibly get, and they don't have to pay a single bit of tuition for it. So that is sort of what professional means to us. And in the ecosystem of theater, how many of you have been to see a show in New York on Broadway? Yes. Okay, that is music to my ears. First of all, I'm in a room of theater people. This is great. So you have Broadway and off-Broadway, right? These are shows that are produced in New York and they stay in New York. Now, how many of you have been to see a touring production of a Broadway show? Excellent. All right, so these are shows that are produced in New York, and then they go around the country and stop at city by city by city. Professional regional theaters, we are the third piece of the ecosystem, and these are shows that are produced in the regions, as we say, and they are a different set of titles than maybe are what's happening on Broadway or around on tour. But what really the impact that regional theater has is bringing that magic of Broadway to the regions, so that in between your trips to New York, or maybe instead of your trip to New York, you can come and see a show at the Lexington Theater Company and feel like you're in a Broadway theater. And what's also really exciting is professional regional theater is where the works that one day will be on Broadway are developed. And that's on the horizon for the Lexington Theater Company. So we're thrilled, we're thrilled. The second piece of our mission is training the next generation. So we have a huge heart for education, and I'll tell you more about that. But the whole idea was to create a space where people could come do great work with great people and learn how to be professionals in the industry by working with professionals. And then the third piece, the third arch, is so that our community can enjoy the shared experience. There is nothing, this is why I love just being in the room with you. There's nothing like gathering together with your fellow humans to hear a story. And we at the Lexington Theater Company, we love storytelling. We love live storytelling. We love musical storytelling. It's what we eat, sleep, and breathe. So that's our mission here at the Lex. And it really all started 10 years ago with a dream. Like Jim said, Jeromy and I, two kids from small towns, one in Oklahoma, one in Kentucky, big Broadway dreams. Those dreams came true thanks to some incredible mentorship that we received at some other professional regional theaters across the country. Those time that we spent at those theaters, it opened doors for us. It created connections for us. It built our resumes. We feel completely confident that we would not have had the careers that we had in New York City were it not for our experiences at these professional regional theaters. So we wanted to pay it forward. We wanted to create another place for people to come and play, another place for people to come and train. And here in my hometown of Lexington, Kentucky, I wanted Lexington to have professional theater. I wanted to make the professional regional theater for Lexington. So it was truly a dream, a huge leap of faith. Literally started at the first board meeting in Jim Richardson's living room. And here we are 10 years later. So in 10 short years here at the Lex, we started with our first show, 42nd Street. Anybody there? Was anybody there for that first? Yeah, a few hands. Excellent. Michael Rinsbo was there. You were probably playing in the orchestra. We did one show at the Opera House. We did one concert with the Stars. That was our signature January concert. Now, 10 years later, we do 3 main stage shows at the Opera House. This is our current season. 42nd Street and Joseph are already over, but Christmas Carol's coming up, so come and join us. And then we also have
Other concerts, we've done Concert with the Stars. You can see Lexington's own Colton Ryan was with us a couple of years back. We've started our new works projects. That's what I was saying, these shows that are in development to come to Broadway one day. And then new programming is coming into our new space. We just acquired our first home. It's on Alexandria Drive, right at Harrodsburg Road, 14,000 square foot facility. And thanks to an incredible gift we just received from the James A. and Martha R. Brown Foundation, it's now called the Brown Creative Center, and we own this space thanks to their incredible $2 million gift. We are going to be able to finish fitting out the Alex Theater, named for Alexandra Hudson Simpson, who is also one of our donors with her legacy gift. And we will be presenting some small works and new works in our black box space, in addition to our work at the Opera House. Education, the second arch of our 3-arch logo. We started teaching through the productions. That was the initial plan. And we always, from the beginning, have had those tuition-free youth and high school apprenticeships. And we also had college internships. At the beginning, they were all volunteers, those college students who were coming. But now we have a fully realized education program that stands next to our productions. It's called the Artist Development Program, and we offer classes for students ages 3 through adults 55 and up. There is truly something for everyone, and I hope I will see you in class. There is so much fun happening at our space. We also have our internships now in every department for college students that are paid. So we have wonderful students from across the country who are with us every summer. And then we also give incredible scholarships to this tuition-based program. And in fact, without a scholarship fund, this is truly just coming out of our operating budget, we've given over $70,000 away in scholarships to kids to come and study with us. When we first started, it was just Jeromy and me, so we didn't have enough time or enough bandwidth to do outreach, and that was something that we really wanted to do. We're so blessed to have a larger team, and I'm proud to say that outreach is booming. We are in schools across Fayette County and also surrounding county. We have some programs going on in Boyle County and in Franklin County. Our wonderful Trailblazers, this is our 55 and up performance group. They are performing at senior residences all around Central Kentucky. We have a wonderful series called Behind the Curtain that's free. Our Lexington Theater Quartet gives free concerts. We have free trivia nights. We love getting out into the community and sharing our resources as much as we can in terms of outreach. So the impact of these first 10 years, these maps get me so excited. So we have employed over the last 10 years, over 600 artists. We've engaged with over 1,000 students, and we've reached over 45,000 audience members. And you can see this map. You can see that our patrons have come from 104 out of the 120 Kentucky counties. And I love this, from 48 of the 50 states. And that is because so many of our artists come from all across the country. Their families come to Lexington, they fall in love with the bluegrass, and they learn to think of Lexington as a second home. And then you can also see that we've reached over 20 schools with our outreach, with over 1,200 students inspired, and again, $70,000 in scholarships awarded. It's been a busy 10 years. It's been a busy 10 years. So now let me ask, how many of you have come to see one of our shows at the Lexington Theater Company? Yes, okay, that makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. I hope you'll keep coming. So in case you haven't seen some of our shows, I brought a little video just to give you a quick sneak peek so you can see what things look like and what we've been doing over the last 10 years.
For the past 10 years, the Lexington Theater Company has been a hub of creativity and connection in Central Kentucky, producing world-class theater by bringing Broadway veterans to work alongside rising stars and local professionals. Beyond the stage, our Artist Development Program has supported hundreds of students, offering wide-ranging classes, mentorship, and scholarships annually. Our story is only just beginning. Come be a part of the magic at the Lex.
Pretty great, right? Yeah. So as you can see, we like to dream big at the Lexington Theater Company, and I hope that you will come and engage with us, whether you like seeing shows, whether you want to take some of our classes and be part of some of our outreach. We truly feel like we're celebrating this 10 years and we're calling it a decade of dreams, because it truly, sometimes I can't believe it's all here and it's all happened in these first 10 years. But what we're so excited about is the next 10 years and the next 10 years and the next 10 years, because Jeromy and I, our hope and prayer is that the Lexington Theater Company outlives us and becomes an absolute staple in the fabric of this beautiful arts community in Lexington. So before we depart for the day, I thought it would be fun to share a little bit of a Christmas carol with you. So please put your hands together for Michael Rintema, who's been at the keys. He was playing the beautiful holiday music for you. Michael has been with us from the beginning of the company. He is officially our rehearsal accompanist, but is so much more. He's a brilliant musician, a brilliant artist, a brilliant musicologist. A hand for Michael Rintema. Come on over. And I'm so pleased to welcome to Lexington Byron St. Cyr. Now, we were talking about our equity actors, these guest stars from New York, and Byron is one of them. Byron has been all over the country performing. He's an incredible artist. He was on the Broadway national tours of both My Fair Lady and Miss Saigon. He's performed at so many regional theaters across the country. We are so lucky to have him here. And he is going to be playing in A Christmas Carol, The Ghost of Christmas Present. Now, if you know the Charles Dickens story, we are doing the musical version, obviously, here at the Lexington Theater Company. And what is so much fun is that you have the traditional Dickens Christmas Carol story, but it has been just taken to the next level with some incredible production numbers. Think tap shoes, think brilliant costumes, effects, all the fun stuff. And so I said to Byron, I said, we're going to do your number, which he has one of the biggest production numbers in the show. It's so fun. And I said, so can you do it behind a podium? And he said, well, maybe I'll just tell them a little bit about what's going to happen so you can come and see it. But he usually has a whole lot more people with him. It's about 6 minutes in the show, but we're going to give you a little snippet today. Please welcome Byron St. Cyr, the Ghost of Christmas Present.
You call this Christmas dinner, this measly pot of gruel. You aren't just a sinner, you're an outright fool. Why, the present's full of pleasures, things to see, enjoy, and taste. And at Christmas no one measures his wallet or his waist. So I've done you just a teeny tiny favor. Oh, don't thank me. It's nothing at all. Just a few delicious things to savor. Don't worry. I promise. They're small. Now, if you'll imagine with me, I reach out my arm to Ebenezer Scrooge, and he touches my robe, and in an instant we are transformed to the world of Christmas present. Abundance, charity, goodwill toward men, enjoyment, hilarity, goodwill toward men. Come share some, spare some, no matter when. Ben, get with the spirit, 'cause you're gonna hear it again. And now a line of tap dancers again. There's a joyful spirit in your heart, my friend, that spirit's mine. Dine on the bread of human kindness, my fabulous fruit of the vine. A treat, sir, a sweet, sir, a little indulgence, and then abundance, charity, goodwill toward men. Come on, Ben, ring that bell, goodwill toward men.
Standing ovation in the back. Isn't he amazing? And that's literally just a snippet. I mean, the number is huge. It's huge. And then I thought it would be fun to kind of share with you a little bit about how we put our shows together so fast. Because if you look at your, we left you some cards for if you want to join us at some shows coming up. So you'll notice that the show is almost here. We opened November 20th. And we started rehearsals on Monday, like 3 days ago, right? Byron flew here on Sunday, and that's how we roll. This is it's part of the training for the young actors to teach them how to work quickly. And it's also just sort of the nature of the beast in professional regional theater. We have to move quick. So we have 2 weeks in our studio, which is inside the Alex Theater on Alexandria Drive. And in those 2 weeks, we mount the entire production start to finish. We tape out our whole floor, and if you want to come and see, come and let me know. We'd love to have you on a tour. We tape out the entire floor to match the Opera House dimensions, and all of the set pieces are taped onto the floor so that Byron and the cast can be directed by our wonderful director, Patrick O'Neill, and then they can translate to the Opera House. So Byron, you learned music on Monday. And then you started this 6-minute number on Tuesday and you finished it yesterday.
Absolutely.
I think in about 3 hours.
3 hours.
So how's that?
It was actually really fun because everyone comes totally ready to work and it's a room full of amazing people. So when you're able to work quickly and laugh and have a blast at the same time, it doesn't feel challenging at all, even though it is a real challenge. And afterwards, we're like, oh, that was the whole number. How did we do that?
And we can do that also because the caliber of these actors that we bring in, I mean, they are smart, they are sharp, they are professional, they can move really, really fast. And then that last week of rehearsals before we move into performances, we're in the Opera House, we move in, the company moves in on a Sunday night. We have 2 days to put all the technical elements together. That's lights, sets, costumes, mics, wigs, the orchestra under the direction of our resident music director, Dr. Brock Terry. We have 25 musicians in this orchestra. We always have as many as we can fit in the orchestra pit, and that we can license from the whatever the licensing is for the music. We try to fill it. We have really, it's about 72 hours before we have an audience, and it comes together really, really fast, and it's really, really fun. But Byron, you've been all over the country. You've performed in a ton of regional theaters. Can you just talk for a second about the power of regional theater, what it means to have one in your community?
What it really means is you get to see some of the best work that happens. All of my friends in New York, and I've had conversations with people on Broadway where I talk about the opportunities I've had. They say that's where the real work happens. It's where you get the chance to develop new work. You get the chance to really challenge yourself as an actor. So you're getting to see people do more than they usually get to do in New York. Really getting to do big roles, getting to do big things. It's rare that you see a cast this big in New York. Really,
or an orchestra sometimes.
Or really, yeah, that orchestra is huge.
Yeah.
It's rare that you get to actually see all of that, experience all that. So it's really a special thing that only happens in the regions.
And this is your second time to Lexington,
Yeah.
but first extended stay. How are you liking it so far?
I'm obsessed with it. This weather is perfect. It's beautiful outside. It's just beautiful. I mean, how can you not just look outside the window and say, wow, I live in the most gorgeous place I've lived.
I know. I always say I feel like we live in a postcard here. Like it just sort of feels absolutely. I know. Look out the window. What a day! What a day! Well, before we go, we have one last thing we'd like to do with y'all together. But before we do that, I hope that you might consider coming to visit us at the Lex. On your table, you have information about our season. This one's finishing up our 10th anniversary season of Christmas Carols coming up just in 2 short weeks. In fact, is today Thursday? It is. We open 2 weeks from tonight. Time goes so fast when we're in production. I often don't know what day it is. We're 2 weeks from tonight. We'll be at the Opera House. Also, if you thought this was fun, next Wednesday night at the Carnegie Center, we're going to be doing an event called Behind the Curtain. Michael Rentema will be there. We'll have some other cast members there, and we're going to do a deep dive into the Dickens classic and how it gets transformed from page to stage with the incredible Kevin Lane Derringer. So if you're into music and history, please come and visit us. The Carnegie Center is our community partner for this project, and so they're hosting us, and we're really excited. It's a free event next Wednesday night, 6:30. If you would like to come and see our space on Alexandria Drive, please come and see Jeromy or me afterwards. We'd love to have you with us. And then you have information about our next season. It's epic, y'all. We're doing Les Mis next summer. I know, I'm so excited. Matilda the musical, and the next holiday season will be Irving Berlin's White Christmas. Now, one of my favorite things about coming to Rotary all these years, and I said this to Chris, I said this to Jim. Yes.
So we're going to turn it loose, right? But there's a bunch of things that we talked about today. Look, check your emails and be aware that we got a lot of things going on. And I'm going to have Daryl say something real quick.
Yes.
I don't.
Yes.
want-
Oh,
I
and
didn't want
then we're gonna be the last.
You're the last.
We're the
Okay.
last. Okay, we'll right here.
I'm sorry.
Yes. No.
Yeah, I just have to break in here. I'm Daryl Ishmael, past president, and I actually know how to run a meeting. And this crew here has shown us what professionalism is and how being sharp is. Well, unlike our president. And next week, some of you are excited about going to the stockyards. It's not going to happen next week, because next week we're having something that's special too. We're having the 78 championship team of basketball. Jack Goose Givens will be here. He's going to demonstrate his wonderful jump shot that won us that championship. And also with him is team manager Rob Bolton. Rob is going to demonstrate how to fold towels, how he washed shorts. Actually, he has a couple more talents, but well, flipping butts in the locker room with a towel. If anybody's done that, you know. Anyway, that's next week. Jack Goose Givens. The following week, the stockyards. Wednesday night, Governor Bashir. Big. Rotary is big, people, and we're doing it. Thank you. Oh, and I get to give the special token of appreciation to our speakers. Yeah. This is a special token. It's a print by Bill Strauss, and we appreciate your all's participation. What you've done for this community is amazing. We appreciate you flying in here to show us how it's done too. Well, thank you all very much.
Wait, one more thing. We have to do one more thing. Thank you. I said to Chris, one of my favorite things about coming to Rotary as I was growing up through my college years and beyond, it was all the singing that would happen at Rotary. The last time I was at a Rotary meeting, it was 2019, so I know it was a while back, but we sang, and I said, Chris, may I lead a sing-along? And he said, yes. So I'm gonna invite you all to stand. You've got a little paper there with some lyrics, but I think you might know this one. The goal is to leave you in the Christmas spirit. Get it? See what we did there? This is a little We Wish You Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Happy holidays. We're adjourned.
And 2 o'clock, we did it.
2 o'clock. You did a good job. You did great.
He said beyond the dot. Thank you. Thank you very much.